Hi, my name is Dr. Daniel Martin, and I'm going to be your professor here in Management 3600, that is Theories of Management. I wanted to use this brief screencast to give you an orientation to the system we're going to be using for the class. Here's the front page of openmba.org. We're going to be using this instead of Blackboard. Sometimes people ask me why I like to use Moodle as opposed to Blackboard, and I let them know that students can use Moodle once they're finished with the class because it's open source software. For those of you who are going to be engaging in managerial positions, this is a great tool for you to learn so you can create your own trainings and not have to constantly train people on the fly. So let's go ahead and enter the courses. You can see here that General Management is what we're going to be calling our Management 3600 class. Let's click into this. And when you click into it, it's going to give you all of the courses. A couple things I want you to notice. You'll see that each of the titles of the classes represent a specific chapter in our textbook. I know you've had a chance to take a look at the textbook by now. It's free, and I know that everybody's a little bit happy about that. Let's go ahead and click into Introduction to Management, which will be your first class. And what you'll see here is that there is an option for you to log in with your username or password, but if you don't have that yet, I'd like you to go ahead and fill out the details here on the right-hand side. It's really easy to do. You just click Create a New Account. This is my own website, so I'm not going to be using this for any purpose besides your grades. So when you do fill in your username and password, for your username, make sure that you have your your last name first. So for me, it'd be Martin, and then space, and then my first name, Daniel, and then another space, and then your student ID number. This will ensure that there's no confusion in terms of grades and grading procedures, and it's something that you'll be able to remember every time that you log in. For your password, I don't care what you use, that's completely up to you. So I'm returning, I'm just going to hit login, and what you'll see happens is it will take me directly to the course itself. So there's a few things you need to notice here. First, there is an outline as to what's part of the course. On the right hand side, you'll see there's always 5 freshly updated news items that are relevant to whatever topic you're going to be working on for that week. In this case, we're looking at general managerial information, so there's a series of pieces about management you can take a look at whenever you'd like to. Let's dive into the course as it is. You may be familiar with forums from Blackboard or other course management systems you've used before. Let's click on into the Becoming a Manager forum. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go ahead and click on the article. The nice thing about this is that it will bring up an article. These come from a host of different locations. In this circumstance, we've got an article about becoming a better leader from INC Magazine. And once you've had a chance to actually read the article, let's go back and respond to the specific question. So here, we've got 3 questions. When you're ready to respond to the questions, all you have to do is click on Add a New Topic, and you'll see that it gives you a subject line, and you could say Dr. Martin's test. And I'll just say this is a test. Now, once you've clicked on this, post a forum, it will go ahead and tell you that it's been successfully posted, and then you'll see here's my test. Now, you'll notice that I want you to always read and evaluate 3 of the responses. How do you do that? Well, go ahead and click on, for example, my response, and there you'll have a chance to actually read read it, and you can actually reply to it, which is a nice function. When you're ready to go back to the course, merely click on Session 1, and you'll be able to move through the rest of the course. Oftentimes I'll have downloads for you, so one of your major assignments for this class is an informational interview of a manager. When you're ready to, you can go ahead and download the informational interview package. You merely left-hand click on it, and you can either open it or you can save it directly to your desktop. It's really up to you. You can move back to the session when you're ready. You'll notice that every once in a while I'll have a video that's in here, so when you click on these things, it will go ahead it'll bring up a video, and you'll be able to go ahead and explore those videos to augment what you're reading in our course. So please do that. Go back to Session 1, and you'll see I try to include a range of tools in my courses. I'm a firm believer in open source, so you'll find that I often have open source tools. You're free to download those. I also include a lot of material that will help you in terms of establishing what your career goals are. So here I have an occupational network career exploration tools page. You can download those. I have the slides for the specific chapter. You can download those. I also have a range of other options for you if you're interested in actually creating your own business or starting your own business. You can go ahead and contact the Small Business Development Center nearest you in the United States to make an appointment to start exploring what options you have and get consulting based on those needs. I also include in every chapter a crossword puzzle, and I want you to get those done to help you study for your tests. It'll help you quite a bit. In just about every chapter I've included a Harvard Business Review IdeaCast. This is just a summary of recent research related to the management topic that we're exploring for that specific week. And similarly, I have videos of managers who are well known for their ability discussing exactly why they are known for their managerial excellence, to give pointers to you. At the end of each chapter, there's another forum that discusses appropriate managerial skill sets. And then in this specific chapter, I end it with some advice for you. So each chapter is a little bit different, but there's a progression that you should be following. You need to be exploring each of these options. I want you to make sure that you finish each of the forums. That's considered interaction. You'll be graded accordingly on your participation. The third component, and I apologize for not bringing this up before, is I want you to really remember to execute your SF Gate assignment on a weekly basis. This is when you go out to sfgate.com. You can search for a specific news item that's relevant to the topic that we're discussing that week, and you're going to be posting a 2-paragraph comment along with a link, a relevant link, that can help people understand how business news and news about managerial topics really relates to the research and theories that are out there, because more often than not, people who are reading the news don't recognize that there's a huge body of research that can really help them become better managers. So I will continue to provide more information as we go forward, and I encourage you to get an early start on digging in this material. It'll be very helpful for you. I will talk to you shortly.